What's up guys, it's BRT, and today we're going to be showing off the Final Shape Day 1 build for the Strand Titan. Now the Strand Titan is a very good subclass. It has a lot of power, a lot of strength, and it's going to help you push through all that content in the game. So for the weapons today, we have the Imperial Decree Shotgun. The Imperial Decree Shotgun is very good because you can get up close and do a lot of damage to enemies with that. The next weapon we have is the Polaris Lance. This is kind of the opposite of the shotgun because it has a lot of range because it's a scout rifle, so you have two options, which is really nice for all engagements. The next weapon we have is my personal favorite. It is the Dragon Cult Sickle Sword. It has Unrelenting and Hatchling, so you're going to heal off kills and make threadlings. And what's even nicer about this is it's a caster frame sword, so you can proc Banner of War from a distance. For the exotic armor today, we have the Heart of Inmost Light. Using one ability improves the regeneration of your other abilities, so it's really nice to have constant ability uptime and constant raw power output. Moving on to the armor mods today, we have Resilience. You really want this Resilience. It's going to help you with your Strand Titan. And then, for the helmet, we just got the basics. One siphon for each weapon to really get maximum orbs. The next one we have is a Strand Loader. For that sword, again, we want that sword to be always loaded, constantly loaded, so you never have to reload it. You can always have Banner of War from a distance. And then we have the firepower for the Threadling Grenades. Alright guys, the Threadling Grenades are really strong on this subclass, and I highly recommend using them. For the chest piece, we have the Unflinching Strand Aim. Again, for that sword, we want to be able to hit accurate shots from a distance with that sword to keep Banner of War going. And then we have a Solar Reserves for the Polaris Lance to get more ammo in the magazine, to get more damage output. When I said Resilience was important, it's also for your class ability, the Barricade. That is why we have two installations. Picking up an orb reduces your Barricade cooldown, which works with these orbs that we're making from our weapons and our Threadling Grenade. And then we also have the Font of Agility in case we need to run faster or get through a jumping puzzle easier. It is really nice to have. So for our class item, the Titan Mark, we have a utility kickstart. Again, playing in with these mods, we want to have the Barricade up always. Barricade is super important because you can block the boss from damaging you at all. And then to go along with that, the utility finisher, obviously. Giving you a finisher restores your Barricade fully every time, nothing else needed. And then we just have a proximity ward to give us an overshield when we go for this finisher. Moving on to the loadout, the abilities, aspects, and fragments, we got the Barricade. This is the big kahuna of the build. This is super strong, and it makes it so nothing can damage you ever. If you pop this Barricade, you become invincible for as long as it's up. The next one we have is the Lift. I prefer the Catapult, but another excellent choice is the High Lift. The High Lift is probably the best one in the subclass, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that on right now. Alright, there's only one option for the melee, so we're going to have to settle with this. This is not a really good melee. I wouldn't recommend using it at all, so try to stay away from this. It's kind of bad. And then, like I said, we have the Threadling Grenades. These Threadling Grenades are really OP because they do tons of damage. For the aspects, we have the Flechette Storm. This is going to let you have an actually good melee instead of this garbage melee. If you slide and activate your charge melee ability, you leap in the air and throw down a massive A10 Hailstorm Barrage, and you kill everything. It can two-shot bosses. It's ridiculous. And then, like I said, Banner of War. We use the sword to proc it from a distance, and it gives you some healing and some survivability, which is really nice. For the fragments, we just have the basics. Generation to get you more Threadling Grenade back. Dealing damage with anything gives you your Threadling Grenade for free. Next one, we have the Orb of Power, gets Woven Mail. We're making so many orbs with this build, so we're going to constantly have Woven Mail, which is going to even help even more with survivability. Next, we have Thread of Ascent, activating your grenade ability, so your Threadling, it's going to reload your sword, your shotgun, all that, and give you more airborne effectiveness for when you use this Flechette Storm. It pairs really nicely with everything in this build. Last one we have is Threat of Transmutation. When we have Woven Mail, we're going to make Tangles with Weapon Kills. That's going to really help with this, giving me Woven Mail every time I pick up the orb. And like I said, we have so many orbs with this build thanks to all the siphons and the firepower mod. We're going to constantly have Tangles, which we can actually use to damage enemies. They're really strong. They can one-shot bosses and everything. It is absurd. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your time. This was, this build is going to really help you out clearing that day 1 raid. Good luck, everybody. BRT out.